One of the most recognized brands in the world, Toyota is known for being reliable and affordable. Our journey is going to begin here. We will not complete our tour in a single leg because it is a multi-generational story. During the intermission, we'll ask questions like, how did the company start? What are some lesser-known facts about Toyota and how big are they? And find out the answers. Do not leave, because we are going to have a great time. Toyota was praised as a 20th century miracle by many. There is no miracle, only a lot of determination and the will to succeed. Introducing the Toyota Group, or more specifically the major enterprise, Toyota Motor Corporation. It is not surprising if this story can seriously inspire some of you and your activities, and it's possible that the miracle of the 21st century will happen as a result of this inspiration. Tell us if it happens so we can celebrate together! It all starts out in the most modest way. The narrative opens with Sakichi Toyoda, who was born in the city of Kosai in 1867. Sakichi was motivated by a self-help book while growing up. An inventor who developed motorized textile machinery was profiled in the book. He was inspired to create a self-powered machine after observing how hard his mother worked to weave cloth. He made the decision to give the project all of his attention. He submitted his patent application for the Toyota Power Loom, a particular kind of textile machine, in 1898. It was Japan's first power loom and had a 1-horsepower oil motor. Kishiro Toyoda, Sakichi Toyoda's oldest child, is credited with inventing the modern Toyota. He enrolled in the engineering program at Tokyo Imperial University and graduated in mechanical engineering. Nevertheless, he quickly joined his father's business, which produced industrial looms and machine tools. Sakichi Toyoda, the company's founder, created the Model G automatic loom in 1924. It had a groundbreaking auto-stop technology that later turned into a trademark of Toyota's manufacturing process. Sakichi Toyoda established Toyota Industries Corporation in 1926 to produce and market the automatic looms he had developed and perfected. Toyota Industries has since encouraged diversification and broadened the scope of its business fields to include textile machines, automobiles, materials handling equipment, and electronics. The Toyota Automatic Loom Works was a family-run company that gave rise to Toyota. The Automatic Loom Works established the Toyota Motor Corporation in 1933, and it started making cars in 1936. The following year, the automaker became Toyota Motor Company Limited under the director of Kishiro. A number of American auto manufacturing facilities were visited by Kishiro Toyoda. The young man developed a car branch in his father's loom factory after returning to Japan, built his first car prototype in May 1935. Although Ford and General Motors already had assembly facilities in Japan, Toyota was unafraid of American dominance in the global auto business. The first Toyota manufactured outside of Japan occurred in Melbourne, Australia in 1963. Australia was Toyota's top export market in the early years. The 1960s and 70s saw Toyota increase its exports and buy 3 other Japanese firms, including Hino, which produced trucks and buses, Nippon Denso, which produced electrical car components, and Daihatsu Motor Company. In 1968, it introduced the well-liked Corolla to the U.S. market and went on to establish a reputation for making affordable, effective vehicles. Currently, the Corolla holds the record for all-time sales of passenger vehicles. In the 1970s, Toyota sold its 1 millionth car, among other significant milestones. Toyota became the best-selling import in the U.S. across automobiles, trucks, and the overall number of vehicles sold in 1978, surpassing Volkswagen as the best-selling import brand in the country in 1975. So far, only half of the journey has been completed. We still have a long way to go. We'll pause, chat, and share some stories. We'll proceed after that. What do you think? Is it a good idea? Why did the Toyota family choose the name Toyota rather than Toyoda for their business? Anyone ever questioned this before? When I saw the family name, I did. At first, I believed it to be a typo. I did a search and discovered the reason. While Toyota only requires 8 Japanese characters, the phrase Toyota requires 10. In Japanese culture, the number 8 is lucky. The name Toyota was selected for the business for this reason. I'll share a fascinating factual story with you. For years, one owner of an older Toyota Corolla simply forgot to add engine oil, yet the vehicle continued to run as intended. The following is incredible. The original Top Gear crew attempted to destroy a Toyota Hilux. It was still running after they ran it into a tree, drowned it, dumped a caravan on it, whacked it with a wrecking ball, burned it, and more. The difficulty of obtaining basic resources for the production of automobiles increased when Japan became involved in World War II. Due to acute shortages of Japanese military trucks during the war, the company focused exclusively on producing trucks for the Imperial Japanese Army. The majority of Japan's industrial facilities had been destroyed when the war ended in August 1945, and the Toyota manufacturing facilities had suffered severely. The company had 3,000 employees but no working facilities, and the Japanese economy was in chaos. After the war, the company temporarily halted production, but by the 1950s it was back in business. Toyota once produced vehicles with just a single headlight, wooden seats, rear-wheel only brakes, and no radiator grills. The company began putting together usable pieces from damaged or worn-out trucks in order to construct recycled vehicles as the war's progression started to destroy Japan's economy. It turned out that this would be harder than expected. Toyota saw its first and only significant labor management clash in 1949. Japan's economy was still in bad shape nearly 4 years after the war ended. All kinds of goods and commodities were in limited supply, and inflation was out of control. To survive, people in the cities were compelled to trade their belongings, including clothing and furniture, for food like rice or potatoes. The drastic reduction in consumer purchasing power as a result of the Japanese government's efforts to rein in spiraling inflation, banks were no longer issuing money due to the new government policy. As a result, it was difficult for Japanese manufacturers to raise the funds needed to support their recovery efforts. However, none of the bad luck was going to last forever. The Korean War was Toyota's savior. In the early months of the Korean War, the U.S. ordered more than 5,000 vehicles from Toyota, saving the company from bankruptcy. Their automobiles lacked the style and heritage of their American and European rivals. However, Toyota and other Japanese producers provided a unique combination of affordability and dependability. They debuted on the market at the ideal time, during the oil crisis. There weren't many compact automobiles being produced by American companies, and now the Japanese are here with a premium, cost-effective product with outstanding fuel efficiency. Toyota emphasizes the value of productivity in its manufacturing facilities. Plants were designed to release as much trash as possible. Toyota produced an inexpensive vehicle and introduced it to the U.S. market. The Toyopet Crown was its moniker. The excitement within the organization was at an all-time high. This was going to be their big break. However, it was a total failure. Only 300 cars were sold. The main cause was a misunderstanding of American highways on their part. The Crown was suitable for the roads in Japan. However, it would overheat, lose power, and consume an excessive amount of fuel when used on U.S. roadways. Toyota went back to the drawing board and eventually unveiled the Land Cruiser, which was more popular. Some of you may be wondering why a sports car isn't mentioned. The Supra is being unveiled right now. The Supra is a two-seat sports car packed with BMW components that can accelerate from a complete stop to 60 miles per hour in just 4.1 seconds. It is known as a little speed demon. It's a new step in Toyota's plan to revitalize brand excitement. An updated version of the Supra was first created in the late 1970s. With an enduring reputation for producing high-quality vehicles that last, their legacy is unquestionable. Currently, Toyota is developing electric vehicles, working on hydrogen-fueled cars, pursuing robotics, and much more. It's an example of what is possible when human intellect and engineering are combined with perseverance and a refusal to give up. If you're wondering, Toyota automated looms still function today. Yes, it is. Additionally, they continue to work in the textile sector, designing computer-controlled mechanized looms and sewing machines. The company's historical origin still exists today, which is pretty cool. Thus, seeing his mother work too hard inspired him to make her life easier, leading to his company becoming one of the world's largest automakers, when you give it some serious thought. You can never predict where a single spark of imagination may lead you, so the next time you see a Toyota on the road, take a moment to admire it. We have arrived at our final destination here. How was the trip? I hope you enjoyed it. If you're ready for the next journey, kindly like, share, and subscribe. I'll let you know when and where it is. Thank you for watching.